is going on, everyone? I am Nem, and we are here for our Wednesday
Oh,
morning gaming group. Oh,
hold on. I got a window open. Hold on. Let me kill it. There you
I,
go. Now you're good.
we are here for our Wednesday morning gaming group called NeM's Gaming Madness. And we are here to
Woohoo.
play a little Dungeons and Dragons. And we were off last week because I was a little bit under the weather. So thank you, everybody, for allowing me to heal up and do what I needed to do. But we are back, and we are continuing on with this first mini adventure called Pit of the Dust Goblins. Last time, our group met at the inn in Daggerdale, and they were all doing their separate things in the inn, having breakfast, chilling out, when the trade representative hired them because the constabulary was out investigating the murder of a serving wench and weren't around. And one of the members of a trade caravan or a caravan came rushing in to tell them that they had been attacked and the caravan had been wiped out by some group, and they needed someone to go out there and investigate, someone preferably who was armed and could take care of themselves, because obviously whoever it was meant business. So after some thorough, very good role playing on the extent of what the contract entailed and funeral expenses and everything else, our group signed a contract and decided to go out there and see what was going on. And as they got out there, they began investigating to see what was happening. They found some poisoned bolts, some poisoned arrows, did all of that. And then there was something strange happened. These goblins portaled in, dust goblins. You know, imagine that with the name of the adventure, the dust goblins. And our group immediately sprang into action. A couple of people got hurt pretty bad, but at the end, our group triumphed, healed themselves, did some investigation, and found the general area or general direction where the dust goblins had come from. And so now, after some rest and taking some time to reflect on their experience together, see that? They leveled up. They are going to go off into the wilderness to see if they can find where this goblin group is coming from and see exactly what is going on here, and possibly, I don't know, maybe they'll negotiate with them. Maybe they'll join them. Maybe they'll wipe them out. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. So that's where we were last time. As you can see, one of our group, Max, he is feeling under the weather today, so he is not here. Just in time, we've got Party Master Egwick has joined us. Jonathan, welcome, Jonathan.
How's it going? Yeah, my computer is, I don't know, it's just not turning on. So I've hopped in on this phone. I'm going to have this phone on the charger. So if I'm off camera, it's because while we're playing this game, I'm trying to figure out this computer because I love this computer.
Okay.
Sad morning. Light some incense. Let's do it, guys.
If you had look, I don't go on camera for any of these shows. It's all avatar. That's who I am. Annex to goods. You know what I mean? It's like just make you an avatar for your character, put it up over your pretty face, and you ain't gotta worry about it.
Right. But which avatar do I have in here? Hold on.
Somebody wants to see me in the morning. I
don't
promise.
have one.
You can just be Mr.
But yeah,
Blank
I'm definitely
there, so.
ready, man. I love this game and had a lot of fun last week. Ready to get at it again.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
So, real quick before we get going, just gonna say to everyone, make sure that you tune into the Madness Entertainment Group. Go check out all of the great shows that are on there, and I'm sure we'll do a little bit at the end as well. But I want to make sure you do that because we're getting ready to go to Roku. We're on Pilled, we're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on Facebook. I think we're everywhere.
Everywhere right now. Yeah, Rumble, Twitch, all the places.
Yeah, so go check us out because, if this isn't your thing, you will find something that is your thing. So Go watch us, get ready, get in there. Hey, what's going on? And enjoy the shows, and interact with us. We want to hear you, and I'm going to throw in a shameless plug real quick. I have got NeM in the AM over on Pilled at 11 o'clock Eastern times every Monday morning. So go check out that show. And I'm hoping to get some of these guys on as guests every now and then. But that is just a fun show over there where we talk about just pop culture, news, all sorts
it's
of
a
stuff.
good show. It's a real good show. I enjoy watching that on Monday morning, getting ready for our stuff. Me and Dustin do the movie at noon, right?
Yeah.
And sitting there drinking coffee, getting ready for our show. Your show is a perfect lead into our show. It's great.
So, but enough of that. We have got goblins to deal with. So let's
Grim smash.
Yes, exactly.
F them goblins.
So, last time I gave the update on what happened last time, and so now you will all see that you are in a brand new map. So, I took it upon myself in the interest of moving the adventure along that you all rested, you all had a little breakfast or lunch, and broke your fast, and you marched through the woods for a short distance. It was only about an hour, and eventually were able to follow the trail and get to what looks like an old crumbling temple. And there are signs that there have been many goblins going in and out of this temple. You are able to see that your tracker, Grimgrin, who has a lot of experience out in the woods, was able to make this out and follow this and get you here. And so you have snuck up successfully to the edge of this temple, and you don't hear anything except the sound of the wind going past the rocks and through the trees here. And the yawning portal, the dark yawning portal leading into the actual temple itself, is standing there. Wooden doors, long rotted, kind of half hanging off of the of rusted hinges. These two large doors, not really doing much to do anything, as blocking out weather. All they do is to make the entrance into the temple even more shadowy and dark and ominous, I might say. But as you get there, Zell, all of a sudden, who is played by Max, decides that he has got to take the biggest leak in the world and excuses himself and runs off into the woods. And you all kind of look at each other and you're like, what is going on with that? And Zell, unfortunately, is going to have bathroom issues for the entire episode. So good luck with that, Zell. We hope that you get over your gastroenteritis, both in game and out of game, and we see you next. So
I light incense as he runs away. First off, I don't have my Roll20 because that's on my computer, and I know on my character sheet I have some type of religious history knowledge.
Yep.
And history of knowledge of gods. I've got the celestial. Can I use any of these things on my sheet to give us more insight into what kind of temple this is? Like, if it's a temple, it's to a god. I know about gods.
Sure. I will make the roll for you until
Thank you.
when you get your character sheet up, your DC up, I'll go ahead and move your character and everything for you to do that. So
Okay, that was my next question. Was there anybody that needed any updated stuff on their sheet before we start?
Oh, yes. I updated Jonathan's sheet. I updated Dustin's sheet. Are you okay, Pops?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I looked at your sheet.
I don't know if I got any extra armor class or anything.
No.
So,
I looked at your sheet. You looked like you were all up to date. So
okay. I mean, there was just a couple things I wasn't sure about. So
okay. So you check, looking at the frescoes and some of the carvings on the outside of this temple, and you're looking at everything closely, asking everybody to wait, and you get the vague feeling that this was a temple to some nature god, but other than that, you really can't place it. You are not quite sure. However, does anybody have history here?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had history and I had like religious knowledge.
Yeah. Let me make a history check for you. Yeah, you aren't able to place it except to say that you know it's very, very old. So
So I don't know who it was built to or anything. I just noticed that it's an old nature temple.
yes. In fact, if you had to guess, you would guess that this temple is pre-Dales, which would mean that it is well over 2,000 years old.
Oh, wow. Well, I do speak to forest creatures, guys, and I speak celestial. So if we're dealing with gods and forest spirits, you know, I'll take the lead in the speech.
I'm just kind of hoping at level 2 we're not dealing with gods yet, but yeah, no, I'm just.
I'm sitting here holding out, hoping I get to meet a god.
Meanwhile, the rest of the group is like, I don't know about that yet. We're not quite on the level of gods yet, maybe. But
Yeah. That's what I'm saying anyway. I know my place.
I'll put him a message in the bottle in celestial, hope it gets to him, you know.
All right. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check, please. And I will roll for Party Master in just a second.
Oh, okay, I gotta do the thing.
You know I'm gonna know. I got like 4 perception.
All right. Let's see. Party
Did I
Master.
do that right?
Perception. You click on the word perception on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did it right, I think,
Yep.
but I just can't see what I rolled.
I am rolling absolutely terrible for Jonathan.
Oh no!
All right. It wasn't really a difficult perception check to make, but somehow Party Master he is obsessed with looking at the wall, so he does not hear. Suddenly, you hear. You know what? I'm going to make it even easier because you guys are right there. So all 3 of you hear a shout, a scream, and then you hear goblin voices chattering in some sort of language that you don't understand, and you hear the sounds of battle erupting from the opening going into this temple.
Sounds like a party.
I hear voices in my head.
That's no surprise.
What are we gonna do, guys? Do we want to see what's going on inside this temple? Do we really?
If this is where the loot went.
The loot. I forgot about the loot.
Must be where I go. Aren't we supposed to be getting something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Supposed to be, seeing if you can retrieve the medicine that was part of the shipment. Everything else is secondary, but they definitely needed that medicine. So,
the medicines to heal the people. Oh my goodness, we got to do it.
Yeah,
we got to go in.
Okay. Now I will point out to you guys that until we go into actual combat time, you can move your characters where you want to go. And if you get to a point where I'm like, okay, we need to stop and roll initiative or something because you've been spotted, I'll let you know. But as you can see, I have turned on dynamic lighting. So basically what you can see on the map is what you see right now. So as you move your tokens, that will change. So
I want to kind of just keep behind Grin the whole time.
that is probably a very smart move. So,
yeah.
Yet I, being a rogue, must go investigate.
All right. Would you like to stealthily move up?
Yes, I'm sneaking. Yeah, I'm sneaking all the way.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, and then go ahead and move your character on up.
What?
Oh, okay. you see a next crouch down, getting closer to the edge of the wall, and he's so good. He almost seems to blend into the little bit of shadow that's on the wall there in the bright daylight. So it's pretty impressive. And he begins to move sneakily, stealthily up towards the opening. So go ahead and move your character, Pops, and we will see what you see up there. So
what's that? I mean, there's something in the corner. I'm like right up against it.
Go down further, down here. So
we're going down or up?
Down.
Okay, I was going up.
So you can see that still. You can see the doorway sort of there, but
I can't see anything.
Yeah,
the map is not being nice to me right now.
let's see.
All right, here we go.
All right,
It's really dark.
yes. And
I've got a light spell.
Thank you.
It's a cantrip, right? Can you check my sheet?
I'm gonna get rid of these doors.
Of course, I'm trying to sneak, so don't just light everything up.
Should I not do that then? Okay, I'll hold off on that move.
So you can hear next. You can hear the sounds of battle even more now. And as you are watching, one goblin steps back here and is followed by something that looks absolutely disgusting that he is fighting. And I will show you a picture real quick, all of you. It looks like that.
It's a worm.
Yes.
Gross.
Is it a goblin wiener?
Yes, it's a goblin wiener. The goblin's wieners have all fallen off, and they're trying to reclaim them, but those wieners want nothing to do with goblin pelvises, evidently. They are tired of being thrust in the direction of unwary travelers, so they are revolting.
Can I read the room to see if my party mates are ready for battle or if they're weary or not?
Well, currently, you and Grimgrin are at least 30 feet away from a net.
Yeah, you ain't even up here.
We don't see this. Okay.
Yeah.
I've not relayed any. I haven't relayed the information to you yet.
Got it.
Just know that there is the sounds of battle, and now Anex has come around the corner. As he did so, the doors are open enough because I got rid of them because we weren't going to deal with that. And you can see in there that this battle is going on. You see at least one goblin and one worm,
right.
But all three of you can hear a mighty ruckus. It is much more than one goblin and one worm, at least. So,
all right, so I'm going back up here to tell them.
Okay.
Hey guys, the goblins in there battling some other stuff. There's like some tentacles or something in there, and the goblins are being decimated, guys. Do we go in there after the goblins are gone and clean up? It's up to you guys.
That sounds wise, but there's also glory in just running in and taking on everyone and getting the extra XP of already damaged goblins.
You don't think in terms of XP when you
well, in the PC form, I'm thinking about glory. It's the glory of slaying the goblins. Just think of the fun. They're already injured.
I will say this. I'll just say this, and this is not me suggesting anything, but those who live for glory usually find it, and they also find an early grave. But
yeah,
this is true.
There's an epitaph. All they find is an epitaph.
Yes.
But I'm on a mission to create the most epic journey. So what do y'all think is the most epic? And I'll follow y'all's lead. I'm just the healer.
It'll be glorious. So
I'm here for the glory.
You keep me alive. This is how you gain the glory. You keep me alive.
Okay.
Okay, that's your job.
Grin, what do you think?
This is what I'm doing. What do you think, big guy? Do we just let them fight for a bit, or do we go in guns a-blazing, so to speak?
My axe needs to taste some blood.
Whoa, there we go.
I yell glory, and then I
No,
realize I
you
shouldn't
don't
be
yell
yelling because there's
anything.
a
No.
war going on in the other
Yeah.
room.
I can't
And
see anything.
Let me use my sneak attack and at least kill one guy before you go off.
Well,
Mhm.
Okay.
Jonathan, Party Master yelled out glory, so we need to roll some initiative. However, I will tell Annex, you are hidden. You are officially hidden, so you don't have to worry about your sneak attack being gone right now. But let's get some initiative for everybody. So let me clear the initiative counter real quick.
Also, the thing on Roll20 says Grimgrin Medicine. I don't know what that's about.
You know basic medicine?
Yes, you might. I don't know. Hold
First aid, stuff like that?
I need to let the kitten out real quick because he got stuck in here and he's yelling. So it'll give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's like a first aid type thing. Like you can set a broken bone, things like that. It's not like healing per se, but you can stop bleeding, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like you're able to diagnose, look at what's wrong and try and do basic diagnosis, like someone's poisoned, stuff like that. So
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
And as someone who's a barbarian who will injure themselves a lot, it's probably a wise choice.
So as a barbarian, like a role playing type thing, you might have somebody's got a cut and it's looking all nasty and scabby, and you put your finger into the cut and taste it a couple of times. You're like, oh, it's gangrenous. You're gonna die. So that would be your medicine check. So all right. So remember, click on your token and then roll the initiative. And next did that just fine. And I am going to roll for Party Master here. Initiative. And then, Grim, if you just, click on your token and then go on your sheet and press initiative. And then I'm going to roll for these goblins and for these other guys.
Did I? No, I guess I didn't.
Can I ask Grin a question, and it's a free action before initiative or during initiative?
You can do it during initiative. So
okay.
I cannot find my character.
Can't find your character sheet?
No, I'm. So it's on the character sheet.
The initiative is. So yeah, if you just highlight
right there
your
at the
token.
top on mine where it says number 3.
Yeah, I see it. Oh no, I just clicked off of it again.
Man,
Yeah, if you just
click on the word.
Click on the word initiative. So
But make sure you click on your character on the map first.
Yeah.
And then click on the word.
Yeah, I can't see anything on the map.
You
can't see anything at all?
Oh, because you're higher up in it. There you are. You're one of those two. That one, I think.
Is it completely black? You can't see anything at all?
It's not completely black, but it's really dark.
No, I mean it's completely black for me.
You can't see anything where I'm highlighting right now.
I see the thing that it radiates around, but
it's probably because you don't have light and you're seeing from your character's perspective. That's what I was going to say. Is I have a light spell I can free action, but I was going to wait till my initiative to do it.
Grim, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a torch to you. Because I forgot.
And I also wanted to ask if that's going to mess up our thieves. If I add light, is that going to mess up his hidden?
No.
It won't?
Nope.
Okay, good. That's...
All right. Can you see now?
Well, I see the character.
Yeah.
Click on you.
Yeah, I did. I clicked on me.
Then hit initiative.
And then I go to my character sheet. And
press initiative.
Ah, there we go.
Yep.
The word.
Nice. All right. And let me sort this all out. So the goblins are going first. Let me see if they see anybody. I doubt they are going to because Annex did a really good stealth check. So let's do.
Bring you guys' characters down onto the map. Okay, grab them and bring them closer to me so that I can scroll down to where we're going to be going.
All right, nothing. Here's Party Master. He's down here. Grimgrin, if you want to just move your character on down.
I just want to be behind Grin until I get better cover.
There you go. I'll put you right there. All right. The goblins do not see you, so the goblins are fighting. You see the goblins take several stabs at these worms, some of them connecting. You all see, well, you see what you see. So I think Annex probably sees 3, 4 goblins. Grimgrin, you probably don't see much of anything yet. And Party Master, same thing. So you see Annex peeking around the corner.
I'm just telling you, dude, there's goblins in there. There's big tentacles or worms or something, but they're all fighting each other.
As you are watching Annex, you will definitely see this. One of the worms leaps on one of the goblins. The tentacles wrap around its face and dig into its skin, and you hear the goblin a high-pitched scream before it goes eerily quiet, and the tentacles begin moving in and out of the eyes and nose, and it is feeding on the goblin. So.
Well, the worms are eating those goblins from the inside out.
I want to see.
All right, these guys are going closer and rest these worms.
Can I sneak to the corner so I can get visual with the specific intent? As I want to see if these worms are forest spirits or some other type of monster.
Your turn, you absolutely can. So, and in fact, it is your turn. So, Annex is there watching. Grimgrin is in front of you.
I just want to get right at the corner and peek around to see what Annex is seeing. And I want to use my judgment to try to see if this is a forest creature, which I can speak to, or is this something else, subterranean, some other type of monster?
Let's see. Go ahead and give me. Well, you're not rolling. I got to roll for you.
Yeah, I apologize.
No problem. I'm going to roll an insight check for you. As you're looking at these creatures and the way that they are interacting and everything, you are, to the best of what you can see, you don't think that there is much going on in the brain cell department at all. They appear to be very primitive creatures, acting purely on instinct. You don't know what the goblins did to draw the ire of these worms, but these worms are definitely acting on some sort of primitive part of the brain and are just going on pure attack. And as you can see, one is actually done feasting or like melting off half the face of one of the goblins already and are moving on to these other goblins who are fighting for their lives at the moment. So
Grin, these worms, they're barbarian food. They didn't got much brains. There's no reasoning with them. I wanted to ride one, but I see now that I can't.
And that brings us straight to Grimgrin. You are up.
Okay. Okay.
And you don't have to worry about moving through a space with your own people, so that you can do that just fine. So
okay. So
I'm staying in the shadows. Staying in the shadows. That's what I'm doing.
And we're on initiative now, so yeah. So you've got, that should be 3 movement for you, Grim Grins. You should have 3 more squares, and you could take an action, or you could double move and get right up close to them. So up to you.
Because I still can't see him. I see.
Well, don't look at StreamYard. Look at your roll 20, dude.
I am.
You can't see you. Everything depends on where I'm at. That's not how it should be. You should see your own perspective.
He might not be able to see them from. Nope, he can't. Where he is right there.
Yeah.
Move over.
I'm saying I can see where Annex is, but I can't see where they are.
You got to move forward into the room, dude.
I know.
Yeah, move one to your left. So.
Right, you see, there's a wall. There's a corner of a wall right here. You got to get up here to see around the corner of that wall.
Yeah.
You see? There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can now see, obviously, the whole battle unfolding in front of you. You have several options now. You've taken your move. You can take a ranged attack here, or I wouldn't rage yet. This is my advice. You can do whatever you want, unless you're going to attack, because obviously you need to attack or take damage when you're raging, or otherwise you lose your rage. Yeah. Or you could take a double move and get in position to charge next turn. So, or do something, move into combat next turn. So,
okay,
absolutely up to you. But there's a lot down there. So,
yeah, I'll do the option to get into position to attack next turn.
Okay, go ahead and move wherever you want to be, and then let me know when you're set. You should have, at max, you have 6 more squares you can move, but you can move as many or as little as you want. So you don't have to take your full move.
Does that do
that
it?
Works. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Grimgrin lumbers into the room shaking a little bit. Actually, you're a little bit worried because with the weight, as he moves through the doors, the walls kind of crumble a little bit. That's how ramshackle this place is. But he gets into the room, taking his giant axe off of his back and getting ready to wade into battle. So next, you are up. You are successfully hidden in the shadows. You have watched all this. You want to respond. You see that there are 4 goblins fighting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these worms. And the goblins are getting pretty much jacked up at the moment. So. And I don't know what just happened. I heard a loud ruckus. So.
Don't make me cause a ruckus.
I picked up my phone. That might have been it. Sorry.
No problem.
I am going to stick a bolt in that guy.
Which one? All right.
Yeah,
that goblin?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at my screen. Hold on. I want to see my sheet. What do I want to do? Yeah, short bolt for sure. We'll go with the short. Oh, open it back up, dummy.
Is there a way to zoom out a little bit?
You just use your scroller.
Just because I can't see through the people at the bottom of the screen.
Is this Dustin?
Grab the hand, go to the little, there's the clicker, and then underneath it, there's the hand tool. Grab the hand tool, and you can use that to move the map.
Yeah, or...
There's sliders on the side that move it up and down, and on the bottom to move it side to side, and then you use your scroll wheel.
Never mind. I got it.
Okay.
I'll just figure it out.
Wheel, right?
No problem. I completely understand. It takes a while to get used to this new, to roll 20 and everything. So, All right, you are attacking with advantage because you are currently hidden. So that will be a hit. Otherwise, it would not have been. So, and you should get a sneak attack damage as well. So,
Yeah, except I can't get my map to agree with me. Every time I click on something over here, my map moves. Freaking ridiculous. But yeah, I think we hit this guy, right?
Yep.
For 8 damage. And what's the sneak attack? It rolls a d6.
Another
right?
d6. Yep.
There you go. So 10 damage. I think we killed that guy.
So the goblin is fending off with his spear this worm and is completely oblivious to it next, who lines up a shot on him with his short bow. And as he's about to stab the worm right down the gullet with the spear, the short bow arrow goes right through his throat, coming out the other end, and he clutches at it in surprise and then keels over dead.
Yeah. One down, and I fade back into the shadows.
Nice. Go ahead and give me a sneak attack or a stealth check. So.
Oh, come on, where's Pinky? I just don't have enough screen room on the. Oh, come on, where's my? And now it won't even pull it up. Yep. The hell, man! Roll20 is just being stupid. It won't even pull up my character sheet.
It's a browser hog, and if you have more than one thing open, I have a gaming PC. I mean, the best thing for me would be for me to share my screen, but then you would see everything. So.
Yeah, it's not letting me even pull up my character screen now. It's like, what the hell?
Why don't we go ahead and do that? Just
there it is. I found it. All right.
Yeah, because
stealth check. Here we go.
All right. You attempt to build back in the shadows and think you are perfectly hidden. That's all I'm going to say. So, goblins. This goblin here is fighting this worm, and he stabs him and actually kills him. You see the worm pinned to the ground by his spear, and the goblin throws his head up with a little shriek of triumph, and then he notices Grimgrin, and you see him piss himself a little bit. This goblin here successfully defends himself right here from the worm, and this goblin is fighting for his life, surrounded by 4 worms currently, and he is not looking in too good shape. Meanwhile, the worms rush in. One moves to attack Grimgrin. This one moves to attack these guys here. These worms are attacking this goblin, and this guy moves here to attack him. As you see the 4 worms down in the bottom corner down here, they overwhelm this goblin and tear him to pieces, tearing off his arms and his legs, and she began feeding on him. And one of the goblins shrieks in despair as he sees that. I'm going to move this down here. These 2 worms are attacking this goblin but are unable to hit it. Meanwhile, this worm moves to attack Grimgrin and will make an attack right now.
The one thing that you have to remember when you're saying this worm, this worm, this worm,
yep.
We don't know which worm you're talking about.
Did you see the circles on the...
No, I can show them on mine.
Oh.
I saw
but when
that.
you click on it, that's on yours, and we don't see it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So.
Well, there was a bunch of fighting going on.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fighting going on down here. Goblins versus wolves.
Does the initiative stay, or do we keep rolling initiative?
Nope, initiative stay. And one of the worms lashes out, and you see the tentacles with hooked barbs on them shoot out at Grimgrin's leg. And Grimgrin picks his leg up at the last moment, and the worm misses. You feel the air, the headed breath of the worm as it tried to latch onto your leg, but you were able to dodge aside, and it misses you completely. But it is fixated on you, Grimgrin. And now we go to Party Master.
So out of character, I've got a plan. In character, I'm going to ask my team, Grin, Annex, do y'all think you could hold these guys off for 10 minutes for me to go and get this medicine and come back? Can y'all handle that?
No. You're supposed to be our healer, dude.
I can heal you in like 10 minutes. I'm just going to go grab the medicine and come back.
Don't split the party.
Okay.
God damn, man. Come on.
So I'm going to use a bolt. I was going to use Sanctuary and walk my ass in there, grab the medicine, and walk out so we could just go home.
We don't even know where the medicine is. We're in the middle of a fight. Come on, man. One thing at a time.
Erg. All right. Do I have any long range? Let me look at my spells just to see if I have anything long range.
Let's look
or
and see what
anything that I could screw these guys up with and their stats, because that's what I built this character around.
You have Cure Wounds, which is not long range. Sanctuary. You also
I was gonna use Sanctuary. You said I had 5 of these. I was supposed to have 5, and I was gonna because of the level up.
Yeah, you
Can
have.
I get a blessing? Can you drop a blessing on me, bro?
If I drop a blessing, I drop a blessing on everybody. So why don't I do
that? Okay.
It does up to 3 characters, so I'm just gonna drop a blessing on everybody.
You also have the Sacred Flame cantrip, which allows you to throw flame up to 60 flame.
See?
But how much damage does it do? It's not like a fireball, right?
No, but it does 1d8 damage, so
that's not bad. That's better than my arrows, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not doing that. I'm gonna bless everyone. I'm gonna call Shanti. Om Shanti, bless these warriors in this mighty battle. May it be fun. I guess I can roll now. Hold on. How do I roll that?
Bless just happens. So
yeah.
Okay.
Which means that they whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw, they can roll a die 4 and add the number to their attack roll or saving throw, and that lasts for up to 1 minute, which is 10 combat rounds, but you have to concentrate on it, which means you can't cast any other spells or take damage. If you take damage, you're going to have to make what's called a concentration check, and we'll go through that.
So I'm basically in a blessing state for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, just remember to use it, guys. Don't forget when you're rolling that y'all got your blessings.
Yep. It's if it's needed. If you already hit them, you don't get to use it. It's when you miss, then you can add numbers to your hit. You see what I'm saying? That's what.
Awesome. But we have Shanti's favor.
Yep. And you said you bless these warriors for a minute there. You sound like you said you bless these voyeurs, and I was like, whoa, what are these guys doing? But
well, we are kind of voyeurs at the beginning, but still.
I was like, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know how holy a mission that is. Bless these voyeurs and their voyeurism.
I definitely had a speech impediment when I was young, and I had to go to like speech school. They had me in like remedial shit just because I had a speech impediment, and yeah, so it slips up now and then. So we can be voyeurs, though. I mean, we are. I'm sneaking around the corner looking at worms, guys. That's nothing more voyeur than that.
Yeah,
I was just making a joke, so I'm not like at your expense. I hope so.
No, you're perfect. You're perfect.
All right, cool. Grin, you are up, and this worm is on top of you, trying to bite you at the moment.
How big is it? Or can I like smash it under my foot, or is it like bigger than that?
It's bigger than that. So the worm is. Well, I'll tell you right now how big the worm is. These worms are each about 3.5 feet long.
Okay. Enough for me to chomp.
Yes, absolutely.
But not big enough for me to ride.
Yes. I will tell you right now, if there are ever anything that's really, really small that's going to be hard to hit like that, they're going to be in something called a swarm. You'll know. Swarms are a pain in the ass. So, no, these are big and tangible enough that you can actually hit it with your weapon. So, but I would say, just as a reminder for you, you should probably rage now so that you don't have to worry about as much about damage. So
yeah. So remind me, how do I do that?
Just say you rage and then click down your rage counter on your sheet So you currently have 2 rages right now under short rest, so it should go down to 1.
I can't get my character sheet to pop up.
So roll 20 is being that.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rage, I'll take it down to 1.
Yep. And then I want to show you a couple things real quick, Dustin, because I put what you got for level 2 for Barbarian on your sheet. So you got something called Danger Sense, which allows when you're being snuck up on or something, or when you're dodging away from like a dragon attack or something like that, it gives you bonuses to move because you're like on edge. But the other thing you got, which could work here, is you get something called Reckless Attack. So every turn you could decide whether to reckless attack. And what that means is even if you wouldn't get advantage on attack normally, you can attack with advantage, but you're attacking with no thought of defense, which means everybody who attacks you gets advantage as well for that round. So it's a double-edged sword. So
yeah. Okay.
That said, I hand it over to you, sir.
So you're saying a reckless attack could help?
It could help, but it could also hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's reckless.
Yeah. So I'll rage and then do I click on the weapon to deal damage?
Click on the weapon to roll to see if you hit. There you go. So that's your great axe. 21 absolutely hits. So go ahead and roll your great axe. So press on the word great axe in the chat.
Yeah.
So,
click the actual word here in the chat.
In the chat.
Oh,
so
okay.
Roll, yeah, and that will roll the damage for you. So.
Then. I'm trying to find the.
You go to where it says the speech bubbles.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, what'd you say?
Where you see it looks like speech bubbles at the top on the right, and you'll get back in the chat.
Okay. All
and you see where it says you rolled a 21 and a 9 and a 20 and a 12.
Yeah.
So press on great axe. It should be highlighted depending. Yeah.
There
So
you go.
there's your 8 damage plus your rage damage. And I will look at what that is real quick. Just
that'll be over here. One of these dice.
Yeah. Your rage damage is going to be. Strength save throws. You gain using strength. So what is your strength? 4. So you add an extra 4 damage to your rage as rage damage because you're raging. So you chop down on this worm with as much of your strength as possible, and your axe goes clean through the worm, chopping it in half, and it begins to bleed out and stops wriggling on the ground. Completely dead.
Nice.
Good job.
Bless you, Grin.
So let me.
Om Shanti.
And that is Grimgren. You still have a move action if you wish, or you can hold stop and wait there till your next turn. So.
So
stay there because I'm going to use it for cover.
I want to know, do you guys think we should help the goblins?
No, we killed everybody.
No, I'm
kill
I'm
everything.
saying, if we help
we
the
might-
goblins, they might be willing to give us the medicine back.
I was going to say, we're going to keep one alive to question if we
Right.
can. Yeah.
But you hear
Well,
Party
in other words,
Master
we
in the
wanna-
background yelling, "For glory!"
Meanwhile, your cleric of light is back there like, kill them all and let Shanti sort them out. You know.
For the joy of killing, there's joy in killing goblins.
It's
Part of my spiritual path.
So can I still rage and
Oh you attack this turn, so your rage is fine. So
Okay. So
Don't
so I can
don't
move
move.
here.
I wouldn't move up into range of two of them. I'd stay there and only let them come to you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you can stay
Okay.
right there. You don't have to move. So
Okay. Then
Yep.
I will.
probably a smart choice, but that is
Yeah, you can
entirely
move
up to
first next round if
Yep.
you need to.
you.
Still have an attack.
Ahex, you are up.
I'm going to sneak right up here behind my big friend.
Okay.
And again with the arrows, right?
Yep.
Again with the arrows. I don't know how effective they will be on slithering worm things, but we're
Yep.
going to give it a shot, you know, because we don't know, right? So we're shooting at that one right there. Bang, bang.
Nice. Let me see. I had checked for the goblins. I need to check for these guys.
That guy right there.
Ooh. The worms, some part of them, he sees you sneaking up, and as you fire, he attempts to dodge aside or avoid the arrow, the worm, I don't know, it.
Wriggle.
The worm doesn't really have any visible genitalia that you could see. If you want to check, you can. I wouldn't advise it.
I'm good. I'm good.
But nevertheless, you strike the worm anyway. So go ahead and give me some damage.
Oh, didn't get him very well. His dodge helped a little. I only got him for 4.
Okay, actually 3.
Oh, it wasn't a sneak, huh? Because he saw me coming.
Yep.
Ah.
All right. So one of your arrows is sticking out of the worm, and you see the goblin, and he looks like who's fighting the worm, looking back at you, and he shakes his fist and he says something. Does anybody speak Goblin?
He said, what? No.
I don't think any of you speak Goblin. So.
No.
I think he said, kill me, kill me. I don't speak Goblin, but I know a little bit.
Who is this murder hobo cleric all of a sudden, man? Man. Nice. All right, we are back to the top of the order. So the goblins are going. So this goblin right here, if you can see my blue.
Yep.
Yes, we see it now. Yes.
He is attacking these two. He sticks his spear into the worm that Annex had already hit with an arrow, and the worm is transfixed by the spear, like turning it into a shish kebab, and it dies. And the goblin raises his fist at you, and then points at the worm, and then points at himself, and he points at you and makes a cross-off gesture. So
watch what I do to him next time.
I will let you decide for yourself how to translate that. Meanwhile, this goblin here moves over to go back to back with his buddy, but is looking as he fights off these other worms, but he's looking over his shoulder and is very, very worried about Grim back there. So this goblin right here. And then these other worms are going to move into attack, and they all fail to do anything. And this one is moving up here. And that is going to bring us to the cleric. The cleric of doom, yes.
All right. So first off, I'm really blind in this location. I'm just going to move 3 so I can actually see what's happening a little bit. Man, do I want to go there or do I want to go behind Annex? How much can I move?
You can move right there.
That's it?
Yep. Well, that would be a single move. If you want to take a double move, you can move up higher.
But I'm still having to hold my bless, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just going to move there. I still can't see the people down there. Oh, okay.
Are you on roll 20 now?
I am on roll 20 now, yeah.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to put it in the private chat. I got the computer going. I just had to change outlets, I guess. I don't know. But
I told you it was the breaker. I told you to check the breaker, dude. You didn't listen.
no, but everything else is running off of that same outlet. Anyway,
Put the guy right
it's
here.
neither here nor there. So you're saying move here?
Yeah. Now you can see.
I mean, I
everybody.
can see. I just wanted something to block me. I was wondering if I could. That would be a double move, though. So if I go here, I can.
No, that's not a double move. You can move there on one move.
What are you trying to get blocked from? Is anybody throwing arrows this way?
No, but I'm a small gnome. You know, I've got my armor and I am kind of a badass, but you know,
so
I'm playing it safe. And then I'm going to continue blessing, and I'll be bless you, Annex.
This guy has armor and he's hiding behind me.
Exactly. And that's my move. I mean, that's all I can do, right? I don't know if I have a free action that I want to use, really. I think that's it.
Yep.
Just bless.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Let's see what else. Other things you could do is you could administer potions. You could aid somebody that's fallen. But yeah, when you're concentrating, you can't take any like actual physical act like casting a spell or attacking somebody or anything like that causes you to lose concentration. Also, if you take damage, you have to make what's called a concentration check. So if you end up taking damage, well, let me tell you just basically what happens and how hard it can be. So when you take damage, so let's say that this worm bit you for 8 points of damage. You have to make a concentration check, which is a constitution check, and it's DC 10 plus however much damage you took. So it would be a DC 18 constitution check. So
got it.
Yeah. And if you don't, you lose your spell. So
and that's higher than 18 or lower than 18?
Higher than 18. 18
oh
or
my
higher.
Goodness. On a 20?
So basically,
on a D20, yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm staying behind you guys.
Grim,
that's it for me.
Okay. Grim, you are up.
So is this what's in front of me? Is that all level ground, or is it like a rock that I have to move around?
There are rock and dust. This room is covered in layers of dust, but there are parts of the wall that have collapsed that the two goblins are actually standing on right now. But the worms are actually moving, unless they're up on this rock here, where you can see where my blue is. This part of this wall. They are burrowing through the dust and coming up. So the worms are actually in the dust. So they're hard to see sometimes when they're going through the dust and everything.
Okay.
I mean, and it's just been here so long that there is actually a thick layer of dust and sand. We're talking like several feet on the ground. It's not enough for you to fall into, but they're moving through. We're talking like dune level sandworms here type stuff.
Okay.
So we got dust goblins and dust worms. Fantastic. Yes. We got to clean this mess up, guys.
All right.
Gonna use the sweep spell on here. So.
Grim, kill a worm.
All right, so I'm gonna move up here and attack. Let me get my attack sheet up here. Then I will. Swing my great axe.
Nice hit.
And he's still raging too, huh?
Yep. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh!
Grimgren is cleaning house. He chops down on another worm, and he golf swings it, dissecting in half, but throwing it up against the wall where it splats, and these two separate halves fall to the ground dead. So, very, very nice. Grimgren's going to town.
Support your local barbarian.
Yes. Next, you are up.
I'm going to move to right here. And you remember this guy who tried to make a big deal out of the fact that he killed a worm?
Yep.
Remember that guy? I remember him too. Let me just stick the arrow in his ass. How about that?
Unfortunately, that is a miss. Your arrow clinks off its armor and falls to the ground.
How can it be a miss there? Okay.
Yep. And he looks at you, and he actually gives you the universal symbol for F off. So.
All right. I am going to fade into the shadows again.
All right,
you
go ahead.
Me.
Give me
You can't see me. Okay? I'm in the shadow.
Give me a stealth check. Uh-oh. Where did it next go? All right. Cool. I lost your actual token.
I know, because I'm stealthy.
I was going to say, that's a pretty cool effect Roll20 does, is just make the rogue disappear.
All right. Let's see.
I just hit under him. That's all.
Okay. You hit under the gnome?
I'm on your shoulders. I just want you to know this. You look like one gnome and one human in a trench coat.
The goblins and the worms are still fighting, but they are at a stalemate at the moment, neither really getting the advantage on the other. The goblins too worried about checking over their shoulders for the rapidly approaching Grimgrin, and the worms unable to make any real headway as the goblins have established a defensive perimeter up here on these rocks. So they're okay at the moment. So that brings us to Party Master, who has a next to goods hiding underneath him in his shadow. So the giant shadow of the gnome cleric.
Oh man, hold up.
Guys, we haven't had to use bless yet.
Hold up. It's still I could have used bless.
This is true. Go ahead. Add your D4. Let's go backwards.
I got a 1.
You know what? That one, that little bit of blessing, you see the tiniest shine of light, and your arrow changes direction ever so slightly and impacts just underneath the armor where it's weakest in the armpit and wounds the goblin. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Okay. Hold up now.
That's all right. The goblin is wounded. He still flips you off.
Yeah.
Now it's a wounded flipping you off. So.
Yeah. But now I'm giggling at it too.
Party Master looks at NX and says, "My God's better than your God."
My God.
So question team Grin, NX, do y'all want me to continue blessing or do y'all want me to charge into battle?
You're a cleric, bro.
Yeah,
you have to.
You're doing what you should be doing.
So keep blessing?
Yeah, sure.
You come up here and get your ass killed and then we die.
I am going to move right there.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And then I'm going to continue blessing. Om Shanti, making jokes and side marks during it.
That's right. Party Master comes up and goes, the 5 o'clock show is different than the 7 o'clock show, everybody. Tip your waiters.
Tip your waiters. Support your clerics.
I just want you guys to know that I think Mr. So just made a Pit of the Dust Goblin sticker. Says NeM's Pit of the Dust Goblin on it over on Pill.
Nice.
Cool. Very cool. Let's see. Grimgrin, you are up.
Smash worms. Smash worms.
I'll move here.
Okay.
And
3 of them can hit you from there. Remember that. 3 of them can hit you from there.
And 2 of them have tentacles.
Well,
if you go here, they have to move to get to you. Right there, there's 3 that can hit you on their next turn.
So you're saying move here?
At least there, you know. Don't put yourself directly in the arm of a whole bunch of people.
I will step out for a moment and put on my non-DM hat and give you the pros and cons. So if you move where you are right now, you can obviously attack this one person, and we'll see if you kill them or not. So far, you've been one-shotting everything. If you move here, yes, you have 3 people who could attack you, but also, if these 3 try and move past you to get to any of your companions, you would get an attack opportunity on them. So you would be filling the gap, per se.
Okay.
So it depends on what you want to do. If
Can he multi-attack too, like swing and hit multiple people? That's something some barbarians do.
I'm going to look at it like this. If they weren't fighting each other and they were all coming at us, filling that gap would be important.
Yeah.
But they're not coming at us. We're shooting at the goblins from behind, right? So,
and then,
you know.
And then as far as multi-attack and hitting multiple people, that is something you could do at higher levels. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll just attack this worm.
Okay.
Bring my character. Oh, here we go. I got to do that, and then.
And do you want to reckless attack or not reckless attack?
No, I think I'll just stick with what I'm doing.
Sounds good. 18. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage, sir.
All right.
8 plus another 4. So you chop down again. The worm barely moves aside as he sees the axe coming, but not enough. And yet again, Grimgrin is he is now Grimgrin the Worm Slayer. So that's a second level title. You will eventually slay other things, but right now that is now your official title. You are Grimgrin the Worm Slayer as you thrust down or chop down with your axe and chop another worm in half. And let me move it over here and get it off the Slayer. Boom. Grimgrin is just cleaning the house over here, and the other goblins, the 2 goblins, seeing Grimgrin going and seeing there are not a lot of worms to chop anymore, are actively squirting the musk of fear now, worried that Grimgrin is coming for them. So.
Party Master is literally Fortnite dancing in his little square.
Are you doing the floss dance, or are you doing the L dance? The loser dance?
I'll just be honest. I've never played. I just know the reference because I see it all over.
Yeah.
He'll do the floss dance where he's doing the.
All right, next you are up.
Same guy.
Okay.
Same guy.
Oh. Go ahead and roll your D4.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Is my blessing not helping him?
No, he's rolling to see if it helps him. But even with his blessing, he was so upset at being flipped off that his nerves, his hands are shaking, and the arrow goes streaking out, flying way up over the goblin, over the everything, and striking the back wall. So.
Party Master turns around and says, "If you find Shanti, you find peace."
If you get out of my way, I'd have a clear shot.
Let's see. The goblins are still fighting here. Let's get a roll for them in the back. All right. They kill one of these worms. This worm down here in this corner is taken out by this goblin. He finally manages to slip past his defenses and kill it. And he begins shouting at the top of his lungs something. You're not sure what it is. The worms are attacking and not doing much of anything now as these 2 goblins have managed to solidify their defense. Party Master.
Y'all want me to keep the blessing, or can I start throwing fire?
Yeah, that's fine. You can throw some fire.
we missed a golden opportunity coming in here when we saw the worm eating the goblin. Not one person said, and the worms ate into his brain. Not one. Not one person.
I don't
You know
know that
what? Though we can
reference,
edit the video to make that happen.
We
I
are
think it should
missing
be done.
golden opportunities, guys. I'm just saying.
So we need to have a goblin alive to question, correct?
Yes.
I'm
He is the designated survivor.
this
This
is out
guy's
of character
going down.
talking to the DM because I don't even know if this is possible. Can I roll up there, grab a goblin, and like restrain him like judo style or something? I don't know. Like is there a way I can restrain someone, or do I just need to attack?
There are rules for you to grab somebody and try and grapple them and restrain them. Yes, there are.
But if I move into range
up
to do that, that has me in attack range of other people. So
Exactly.
should I think maybe attack first and then try to keep a goblin alive from the worms? Maybe like attack. Hold on, attack this guy who's gonna die. It's not showing you what I'm pointing on.
Kill this guy right here. Yes, that's
Shoot
all.
him. So I'm gonna shoot him. Hopefully he'll kill him, and then I'll come grab this guy.
All right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do the what was it called? The sacred flame.
Sacred flame.
What do I need to roll?
You don't need to roll anything. You just need to say
Just
that you're
damage.
casting sacred flame on him, and he needs to make a dex saving throw against your spell save. So I will do that right now. And I don't know what I rolled because I can't see it.
16.
Ooh. All right. You invoke Shanti's name, and you feel the blessing seep out of you that you were exuding to the area, and you see a golden flame begin to build up by the goblin, and then it descends rapidly towards it. But the goblin dodges aside at the last moment, dodging it completely and looking at you, and he shakes his fist defiantly again. Down, Hisakawa. So
he yells at him, "Find peace."
I got you. He's like, I got your piece right here. Oh, he speaks English.
For now, I guess that's all I'm going to do. I'm not taking a free action that I can think of. Unless anyone's injured. No one's injured, right?
Nope.
Okay, we're good.
Do you want to move?
Not yet.
Okay. Grin.
Okay. I'm going to move here to attack this worm.
Okay.
And come on.
Damn. Dustin be smashing worms.
Wow. You kill another worm, and as you slice it, go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
Just roll. Yeah.
D20.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. The body of the worm shoots off to the down here to the bottom of the room, and as it hits the ground, dead, you see a large metal trap spring. It landed on a trap and clamped shut on the worm, and what was left of the body is eviscerated.
Oh,
nice. Traps.
that's lovely.
Sweet.
Nice job there.
Nice.
That brings us to Annette. Your favorite goblin is still looking at you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, 14. That is a hit. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have the blessing of Shanti anymore.
Oh no, we don't. You're
Nope.
right.
Once again, this goblin defies you.
Don't tell me about Shanti, bitch. Don't tell me.
And this defiant goblin decides that this worm is not his biggest threat right now, and he actually attacks Grimgrin. So he stabs at Grimgrin with his short sword. I've been saying spears the whole time. It's actually a short sword. 12. I don't know if I don't. That does hit you. For 4 damage, but you only take 2 because you're raging. So.
Okay.
This other dust goblin is fighting off this worm, and they are locked in combat, but neither one is really getting the upper hand on the other. Party Master, you are up.
I'm going for the grapple.
Okay.
I'm moving right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to restrain him. If I was playing Slaughterville, I'd be Dallas and I'd be hog tying this guy. But this party master's not a hog tying type of guy. He's thick and he's got heavy armor. So I'm hoping I can just use my weight to my advantage. What am I rolling on that?
So roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Give me a second. It's not the smartest move, but I feel it in my bones that this is what I need to do.
And your strength bonus, you have a 2 proficiency bonus and no strength bonus. So that means you're going to get a 13. And this is against his range.
I'll be right back.
All right. His armor class is 14 with leather armor. All right, that's actually a hit. All right, so now you manage to grab a hold of him. Now we do something called an opposed strength check. So you see on your sheet where it says, the word strength.
Yeah. Let me get to my sheet. The word strength that has a 0 next to it.
Yeah, just click on strength, and it'll make a strength check roll.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa! Jesus, an 18. All right.
I told you, I felt it. Shanti's with us.
And the goblin got a 2. You grab the goblin and wrap him up in a giant bear hug as the party master, and you have restrained this goblin, holding on to him. So.
And I yell as my free action, I hope you guys could take out the rest of them. That's my turn.
All right, Grimgrin.
All right. That goblin that attacked me is gonna feel my wrath.
Ooh, 12. That is a miss.
What?
For the first time, Grimgrin misses. This goblin, this is the designated survivor here. This goblin will not go down. He dodges aside with you, going Neo style underneath the axe. And all the while, giving you his best mini-me impression, flipping you off while he's doing it. It's rather impressive. If you weren't fighting him, you'd be like, damn. All right, son. And that is going to be to a next when he comes back. So
I'm back.
All right.
Okay. What happened? What did I miss? Anything?
All right. So Party Master
Grin missed.
succeeded in grappling the goblin who you want to capture and interrogate. He's holding on to him and yelled out, I hope you guys can take care of the rest. Meanwhile, the goblin who is dodging everything managed to dodge from Grimgrin's attack this time. So Grimgrin has missed for the first time in this combat, and he is still up. This one that right here. Oh, that is a hit with your arrow. Oh, this time, and next levels his arrow, and with cold-blooded accuracy, pins the goblin's leg to the ground, and then this is just for effect here, puts another arrow right into his eye socket as he turns to look at him and kills him, and the goblin crumples to the ground dead.
I'm gonna chop that fucking finger off too. What?
Save it. Save the finger.
Loser goblin.
This worm goes for the restrained goblin.
Oh, hell no.
And he's going to attack with advantage. And he hits him.
Well, you know, it's not like we can interrogate something we can't understand. So,
So as you are holding on to the goblin, you feel the tentacles shoot through its body and skirt off your army party master, and you feel the goblin's life ebb away in your arms.
I have mixed emotions about this.
Are you going to try to heal him, tough guy?
No, definitely not.
All right.
So I fight. I'm pulling out my axe for the first time.
Okay.
And I got a worm right in front of me, right?
Correct. Just move one down. Move one square down. So.
What? I haven't attacked with my weapons yet. What am I clicking?
Just click on that. Click on the weapon itself. So.
Okay, where's the weapon? Let me find it. Sorry, I don't look at my weapons a lot. Weapon, simple. Wait.
On your character sheet, right here.
I'm looking.
Warhammer down below.
Right in the middle.
Yep.
There you go. I see it. I wanted to do the name or the damage type.
Click on the name. So
first you got to move into place.
Yeah.
First you have to move here.
Yeah.
You can't hit it yet.
I thought, hold on. Let me look at the map because I thought I went ahead and hit Warhammer, by the way, but I'm closing this real quick so I can see what y'all are talking about. I need to move.
You just need to move 5 feet down. It's fine. I'll move.
Okay. So I move here.
Yes.
And then I just did my swing. Let me look and see what that did. 14.
That
14,
is
15.
So you attack two-handed. So you're not holding your shield right now. You're going for broke.
Okay.
And click now where on the chat where it says Warhammer two-handed, and that will roll the damage. So nice. 7. So you slam your Warhammer two-handed down on the worm. The worm's bulbous body kind of for a second, but you have damaged it. You see some blood and viscera coming out where you hit it and coming out of the mouth of the worm, but it is still up at the moment. So we go to Grimgrin. Will it survive the giant Grimgrin?
And let's see. Grimgrin. Come.
Oh wow, nice hit.
Yeah, that'll clear the zone.
Yeah. Grimgrin comes on and follows up with an attack of his own and slices off the worm. All of the combat sounds die down, and there's an eerie silence that reverberates through the room as you look at the carnage all around you.
Lights, incense.
And scene. So,
all right, guys. You guys saw that trap. You guys saw that trap take that one worm, right?
Yeah.
We got to be careful if we're going to be rolling around in this place.
Right.
Where is my perception at? Let's see if I'm good at this. Do you have a Annex? Do you have something for finding traps? I remember playing rogues. They do insight. Is that for traps? What's for traps?
There's perception checks, and there's also investigation that rogues can use. So.
Yep.
My perception is it clicked. So does that mean I do not have it?
No, you can always make a perception check. It just means you're not proficient in that skill.
Fair enough. I'll know that for next time.
There we go, looking forward.
All right. I will show you that. Let me put these on the map.
Okay. Did you accidentally share your screen? Because I see the traps on the map.
Oh, do you see them right now?
Yeah, I don't think I'm
there.
supposed to see
I
that.
can see one there, but I just did perception, so I can probably see them both anyway, right?
Yeah,
I had a good roll.
yes.
So I can see them both.
They shouldn't have been on there, so I'm sorry. But there they are, and I will put. There's also a third one.
Can I roll perception real quick just to see?
What difference does it make?
Well, there's one more.
He said he was going to show it to us because I rolled a 23, dude.
Oh, good.
A good roll.
Right?
Good.
You should be able to see 3 separate traps on there. So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up pieces of worm. Thank you, Grim.
Okay.
For the pieces of worm, and I'm going to throw them on the traps and trigger the traps.
So all 3 traps snap shut on the worms, and I can see, like I said before, they're like giant bear traps, but even larger, with wickedly there are serrated teeth in them that snap shut and do these worms. Obviously, the goblins have had problems with or whoever put these traps out have had problems with these worms before, and they're set out to take care of the worms.
Right. Now they're not going to take care of us. Okay. So, stealthily moving forward. Like,
can I?
And peeking around the corner.
Do you guys want to move to the north or the south?
We're already heading south. We're going south.
Okay.
Before we head out of this, can I just use a perception to see if there's anything I can use for tinkering? Pieces of metal, things like that.
Sure.
Should I just roll perception?
Yes.
I'm not talking like I'm not trying to search. I just want to get a quick glimpse and see. Maybe the goblins had some stuff. What is that?
Yeah, well, the last ones had loincloths and crappy weapons, remember?
It's a 16. Is there anything there?
If you take the time, you could break down these traps for stuff that would allow you to do tinkering. However, it would take you a while. It would probably take you at least 45 minutes for each trap to be able to break it down.
So I'm aware of this, and I make a note of this to myself to come back here when we're done doing our thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Because in my mind, I'm thinking this will make a beautiful temple to Shanti one day.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I'm going to move with our rogue.
Okay. Go ahead and stop there and next, and I will give you a description of what you see in just a second.
We see a table or an altar or a coffin or whatever that is. That's about it.
All right. Juggling a couple screens here. You guys know what I'm talking about. Cracked gravestones lie strewn across a field of blackened grass inside this partially crumbled temple. Bones jut awkwardly out of the sandy earth. You see, or actually hear, a chewing sound, and you see part of a worm body going up and down from behind this mausoleum or sepulcher or whatever you want to call this.
Okay.
There. The worm itself is also caught in another iron trap. A towering monument topped with the weathered statues of 3 knightly heroes. That's what that is. It's a monument is there. But something is chewing on a worm behind this monument at the moment.
Something is chewing on a worm, or the worm is in a trap?
The worm is in a trap and something is chewing on the body of the worm, and it's chewing with enough force that the worm is going up and down and the trap is going up and down.
Okay. I'm going to sneakity, sneak. See if I can get a look at it. An angle where I can see whatever it is we're dealing with.
You can't see it. It is still behind the monument.
Yeah, I'm not putting myself over here in this corner. So, I don't know how far I can move per turn, but let's just say that's probably it.
Yep, that's good. You're good right there. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Another stealth check, though.
$17.20.
Okay. I need a perception check from all three of you.
Give me that 24 and just,
Okay. I need perception check from Grimgrin and Party Master, please.
Gotcha. Just getting out my character sheet.
Yep.
Perception.
Yep.
I can't see the result.
he is so.
You got a 3.
3. He's still looking at those traps. He's like, man, that's a nice
quit
trap.
asking Shanti for rogue advice.
Grimgrin, the hair on the back of your neck stands up. And next, you feel a serious oh shit moment coming on. And erupting out of the ground near you, you see this guy.
Near me, I'm supposed to be hidden. What the hell?
You see a creature with no eyes erupt and looks like tentacles on the front of its face that is 7 feet long, erupt out of the ground.
Oh boy.
Hey guys, do you see these traps?
It's like a mole.
Look at all this cool stuff on these traps.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to move these traps back into the right layer. For some reason, they're on the token layer. But I will say, I don't want to get into this fight right now because I don't think we'll be done by 9 o'clock. Or 9 o'clock my time.
We got a half hour. We can push it.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. If we have to, we'll just go in the middle. So let me bring up the initiative order. And then I'm going to clear the order, and then I need some initiative from everybody. So
I'm going to tell you guys right now, if we don't roll good, this thing will kill us all.
Yeah.
And I will say that the reason that it was able to find you next, just out of game, I wanted to give you a heads up, is because this thing does not go off of sight. It goes off the tremors on the earth. So.
Do I recognize this creature as anything with my knowledge of forest creatures? I know it's probably not a forest, a mole, but do I have any insight on this creature as a cleric?
Anybody who has nature or survival can give me a roll.
I think I've got one of those. Give me a second. Oh, let me get rid of that.
You know, the survival.
All right.
I'll just do nature.
Okay. And also, Grimgrin, I think you should have nature if you want to roll. All right. All three of you, while you don't know what this specific creature is because it is much larger and looks nastier than anything you've seen, they look similar to moles you've seen before, but this one looks like it's got a particularly nasty disposition. So, and it is much bigger. So, we'll go ahead and sort this. And Annette, you are up first, and you have a creature uncomfortably close to you.
Yeah, well, I don't even have a choice. I gotta fight this thing at close range. This sucks. Here you go. We're not blessed. Nothing. Here we go. 13. With the rapier.
You stab with your rapier at the creature, and your rapier hits, but it's unable to pierce the thick skin, the thick hide, and it just slides right off without doing any damage.
Nice. I'm just going to die and I can't even fight back. Sweet.
Grim.
All right. So I need to move.
Yep. And you're not raging right now, just so you know. So,
Grin, look at these springs on this trap. They're so cool. Where are you going?
I need to rage.
Yeah. And you should be able to move one more. You should be able to get next to it. So.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Character. No. I'm going to rage. So I'll do that, and I will
do you mind if I give you a piece of tactical advice?
Sure.
If you, instead of moving to this square here, if you move to this square down here, you would both be flanking the mole, and it means you would get to attack with advantage without having to reckless attack. And next, if he decides to stay there, could also attack with advantage and use his sneak attack without having to be hit. So,
okay, I'll do that then.
Right. So go ahead and move to this square right down below, one square down. So
like this one right here.
Yep. Nope. One over. So
here.
There you go.
Okay. Good. Gotcha. Yep.
I can't see any of this.
Yeah, you need to move down.
Yeah,
I will. I'm just looking at traps, guys. I'll get there.
Yeah. There's traps everywhere. And I thought that they were, for some reason, the people who designed this put them right out there on the layer where everybody could see them. I figured the designers would put them on the hidden layer. So,
yeah.
See everything.
That's, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to.
So go ahead and just roll attack, but you're rolling with advantage, which means I'm going to look at both rolls and take the higher. So, and of course, you don't roll well this time. You chop down as well with your axe, and you are still living high on with your life, feeling good about yourself from killing worms, and that is not translating over to attacking moles. So, unfortunately, the mole does not get you. So, and I don't see. Why don't I see Party Master on the initiative? So
probably because I didn't do. I don't think I've noticed. That's what I've been role playing at least. Because those two had a perception check. Remember, I failed perception. That's what I was thinking. That they move first, and then I get to move next initiative.
All right, I'm going to put you on here as you're 22.
So that's why I keep joking about looking at the traps.
There we go. 22.
Oh, it's 0.
Yeah, I just updated it. So I'm going to put you after Grim, just for sake of going right now. So Party Master, you are up.
So Party Master looks up from the trap, like hears sounds, like where's everyone going? What the hell's happening? Can I make my move in 2 parts, because I literally cannot see what's going on around the corner? So I want to move to the corner so I can see and then choose where I move.
Sure.
What's my total amount of movement, squares wise?
6.
Gotcha. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay, now I see what the heck is happening.
I may be lying to you because you're a gnome. Gnomes have 5. You have 5 movement, so because you're a small dude, you have little legs. So
gotcha. So I'm going to go right here and throw a fireball at this guy. Not the fireball, but the My cantrip, Sacred
Yes.
Flame or whatever.
All right, so he needs to make a dex check, which he makes. This is the good and bad part about that spell. You don't have to roll to hit, but if they make a dex save, they just dodge aside from your flame. So once again, you conjure Sacred Flame out of the sky. Radiant flame materializes and streaks at the dog mole, but it dodges aside.
Question from my perception check earlier. You said that this creature does not have eyes?
Does not have eyes.
So it's perceiving movement, this is just what we gathered through our perception, is perceiving movement. I'm going to go ahead and use my free movement to do, I don't know what the name of it was, but to create the light, the cantrip, so that we can all see.
You can only cast one spell per turn. So you
That's lame. Okay.
We really needed a blessing, cleric. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
All right.
I can't I'll do blessing next turn. I can't do it this turn.
You're not a wizard, Fireball. Come on.
You're right. You're right. I can't think of a free action, so I think that's my turn.
The dog mole actually makes 2 attacks on Grimgrin. Bites him and claws him.
Oh, jeez.
And the claw, Grimgrin dodges underneath the claw attack, but moves right into the waiting maw of the mole, who bites down on him for 4 piercing damage. So 2. Take 2 more damage. So.
Is that something I can record on my sheet, or?
Yeah. So you
hit
should
points.
be down to 15 right now, but if you go to your sheet,
Hit points.
yeah, and you see hit points, just there should be a up arrow, down arrow, so you should just move your current hit points down to 15 right now. So
Okay.
yeah. So you should be at 15 and 19. So Grim is bit by this mole, and there are these digestive enzymes like acid, like chewing through that, like just ate at your wound, but you hold on to it, but you're still doing okay. But man, it hurt, and those sharp claws just went right past you. Annex.
I have a question though. My rapier can't penetrate. Obviously, my dagger won't be able to penetrate. I'm too close to shoot an arrow, and if I back off, he gives an attack of opportunity.
Well, I will say that it couldn't penetrate was for effect. You missed on your attack, so I'm not saying that it's immune to your rapier. It just
Yeah.
That was just me describing your attack. So
Okay. You made it sound like it was invulnerable to it.
no. I apologize.
So,
I'm just giving you the description of what happened. So you attack
because he's
Yep.
facing the other way, I'm gonna shove my rapier clean up his ass.
all right.
No, I'm not. I was trying. Wait, do I have an attack
You
of
attack with-
opportunity?
Yes.
I do.
You get
I
attacked
do.
with advantage because you're flanking it, and that is a crit.
Right up the ass, baby.
So you can click on the rapier. So 15 plus, you get to double your sneak attack damage as well because you critted. So another 2d6.
Another what? 2d6?
Uh-huh.
20 points of damage from the rogue.
Oh my goodness.
Not paying attention to you at all. This time you go full Princess Bride on the ROUS there and stab down with the rapier. But the mole is still up. It's only partially wounded and it is very angry now.
Yeah, now he's pissed off, guys. Come on, Grin, we need you, buddy.
Good.
Now I need to roll good. All right. All right, so let's see. Great axe.
My name is Diego.
Whoa, there's another
Oh,
crit.
God,
Look at that. Another crit.
We're just
Yours.
fucking this thing up now.
Advantage.
Yeah.
So click the great right, X? 16 plus, you're going to double your rage, which is another 8. So 24 points of damage. The mole, distracted by the attack that hit it from the rogue on the other side, turns to look at him, and Grimgrim takes the opportunity to bury his axe in the hindquarters of the mole, doing a huge, massive, nasty wound. But it's still up. It is still going.
Now, murder hobo.
Yeah, Party Master.
All right. Grin, where's your HP? How you doing on hit points?
Forget him. Show me what you got, murder hobo. Come on. Show me what you got right now.
Y'all want me to go in with the axe?
Yeah.
Show me what you got. Come on.
You got a warhammer, but yeah, bring it.
Hold up. I'm pulling it up. Let's do it.
Om Shanti.
Oh yeah, Om Shanti. Where's my warhammer? Here it is. Bam. Hold on. Wait, did it not? Hold on. It didn't show.
For a minute there, I thought I was looking at Dustin. I thought it was another crit. I was like, "Holy crap! You crit it again!"
It's not.
You got to hit the word. The word.
I am clicking the word, and it's doing edit mode. What the heck is this?
Oh.
Why is it?
I can click the word for you.
Yeah, click the word for me because I'm trying, and it's telling me to edit it. 14.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So click on that warhammer there, if you can. I might be able. Yep.
It let. Oh
no!
Damn it, Shanti.
You come in with a
This is what I got.
This is why you're a cleric, bro.
Comes in with a battle roar and gives it a love tap.
This is why
Pets
you're
it a little
cleric.
bit.
Oh no!
No, you're
right.
wrong.
Give it a good pat on the back.
I got to decide who it's going to attack here.
Maybe a smooth.
While I'm hitting it on the back with my hammer, I ask it if it wants to talk about its trauma.
All right. For your trouble, you get. Let's see. Next, it's going to get a bite, and Party Master is going to get a claw attack. So,
Yay!
here is the bite attack on an X. Does a 13 hit you? An X? I don't think it does.
I have what for hit? I have 14 hit, 14 armor.
All right. So he bites at you, and next you dodge aside, slapping it. You actually physically smack it with your hand and push the bite away. Meanwhile, the claw attack comes at the guy who gave it a love tap, and I'm pretty sure 22 is going to hit you.
Oh,
He doesn't want to talk about his feelings.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about his feelings.
This is why you're so angry.
And he slashes across your chest, opening up your skin for 11 points of damage.
What? Hold up. How many points do I even have?
You have 16.
Oh my god. Okay. What? My armor doesn't do nothing?
No, it got past your armor. So
jeez.
I'll bet that hurt.
Yeah.
And next, you're up.
Same rapier.
All right.
Since he's facing the other way again. Yeah, no.
You still have advantage. And another crit! Look at that shit! Where the hell is this coming from?
He's dead.
Another 2d6. Too.
He's dead. He's dead. We're killing him right now.
Let's see what happens. You rapier him. He is still going. He is on his last legs, but he's still up. You rapier him right up the patootie. He's still going. Grim, will you finish it off?
Please.
Drops the hammer. Yeah.
Roll the damage. Oh. As it begins to try and slink away, Grim smashes down and cleaves its head completely off, and it falls to the ground. Yeah. Dead.
Oh, thank goodness.
And I think I am going to call it there. and I
Yeah.
will give you experience points afterwards, after we go off the air. So
Okay.
And can I instinctively start working on those traps till the next game?
How
Sure.
about you start
Well,
healing your dumb
yeah,
self?
Well, I'm going to
Yeah,
heal too, but I want those traps. I want that stuff.
Quit worrying about the traps.
we will
It's
figure it out.
important.
Don't worry it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Important for the character development.
Let me hold on. Let me get to the StreamYard. And do you want me to run some ads here as we go out there, Pops, or how do you want me to do this?
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I can do this. I can do this. Guys.
All right.
Oh, that was fun.
Lots of
Cool.
fun.
We'll see you all next week, and I'm going to talk to these guys once we go off the air and give them experience, and we will be back with part 3 of our adventure. So,
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate your support. Peace.
bye, everybody.
See you.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors. In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes,
every fucking thing and stopping all of our videos 3 seconds in. Thanks, StreamYard, for being on top of shit. Later, everybody.